All right, folks, what is going on? Back with another video. Just got off work. Everything is good. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully everything is good. It is Thursday, and just another day, right? Nothing changed, nothing crazy. Hopefully you guys hang around, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I talk about gaming, everything under the umbrella. Now let's just go ahead and get into it. BluePoint Games is shut down by Sony. Sony shuts them down. And yeah, everybody is kind of upset about it. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not happy about it either. This is a company that made some great remakes, great remasters. I have pretty much just about all of the games that they've touched, and they've done great work. But we also have to understand that this industry is not the industry that we known 5 years ago. It's not the same industry that we knew 2 years ago. Hell, it's not even the same industry that we known 6 months ago. A lot of things are changing now to the point where these companies, these big companies like Sony, Nintendo, well, I ain't gonna say Nintendo, but like Sony and even to the extent like Xbox, they don't look at, games as, one and dones anymore. And if they do, they really want you to be up under that game and hanging around for engagement or whatever the case may be. And remakes, to an extent, kind of ran its course. I mean, like, now we're starting to see games like, for instance, Horizon Zero Dawn was kind of like remastered or whatever. It's crazy how this is going. So now it's like, hey, we're just going to get rid of them. It don't make dollars. It don't make sense to them. Now, these companies have basically lost the plot. They lost the plot. They don't understand what makes money anymore. They think that subscription services or keeping you in the loop of one game in some form or fashion is the way to make games now, and because they want that continued revenue. These one and dones from remakes, these one and dones from new IPs, they just don't make sense to them anymore. Now that don't make sense to them. For us, we want these type of games. We want single player experiences where we can cherish and have on our shelves and just have on our hard drive to go back and play when we get ready. We want those great games, but this is just not a BluePoint thing. This is not just a Sony thing. You look across the entire spectrum, if you get a single player game that's really good, or if you get a remake or a remaster that doesn't have bugs or whatever, that's a win. And that's how low things are right now. You gotta have a game that's basically, decent and functional, and the industry, gamers, think that the industry is winning when you get those type of games. The game don't even have to be amazing anymore. So when you look at a game like, let's say for instance, Shadow of Colossus, the game that they remade and it was great. Look at not Master Chief, but Metal Gear Solid, all that collection that they did, what BluePoint did. I think they touched on Uncharted as well. They did the remaster. They've done so many great things. We have to understand now that those games aren't necessarily viable anymore. Not in this market. Not the way that they look at it. Now for us, we may feel like it's great, and it may go bonkers. We feel like we know better than them because our money in our wallet says otherwise. But at the end of the day, these companies are like, look, we want this live service stuff. We want stuff to go round and round for our wallets, and that's the way it needs to be. And then that's just the way that they roll. Like, look, I knew things were downhill when Sony asked BluePoint to do a God of War live service. That's when I knew that there was a problem. I knew that at the end of the day, that was going to be the beginning of the end. I didn't say anything because maybe something else could have came about. But when you ask a company that's known for making remasters and remakes to make a live service game, that's when I knew that particular company, it was done for. It was a done deal at that point. So for me, I'm not necessarily surprised. We got to understand that this industry is in a situation where that everything is collapsing in their eyes if it's not a live service. If it's not a reoccurring game, it's dead in the water. And it really sucks that people feel that that's the case. But I mean, that's where the industry is right now. And it really sucks. It really does. So BluePoint, did a phenomenal job with all the remakes, remasters that they did, and I believe that they could have done their own game, and I think it would have been just as great with the pedigree that they have. But like I said, these companies, they're not really into new IPs anymore, man. They're not into, these remakes and remasters. We all wanted to see BluePoint do a Bloodborne remaster, which I think that is something that is criminal, that's not a thing. It's criminal that we don't get a Dragon Quest 8 remaster. It's a lot of games out there that pretty much we're not getting remasters for. Killzone 2 could have been another one. These are some great games that we just don't get remasters for, and it's just tragic. All these IPs that Sony have, they're literally sitting on them, but what they want is they want to make a live service out of something. Hell, I would be cool if they made like a Ratchet and Clank 2D game. Some Sly Cooper 2D game. Like, and I know some people already said this already about the God of War thing. God of War is coming out with their own remake of the trilogy, which, like I said, that does hold weight when it comes to, like, hey, some remakes and remasters aren't dying, but look, God of War is just an IP that they want to keep alive in some form of fashion. Same thing they're doing with Horizon. They feel like those IPs are, trust and believe, they're not giving that to BluePoint because BluePoint is gone. They just want that stuff in-house to be what it is. But when you look at the scheme of things or the totality of it, they feel like BluePoint is expendable. I mean, didn't BluePoint do the remasters of the first God of Wars, like 1 and 2? I think they did. I can't remember. Please let me know, because I can't remember. But this is what we're dealing with, and that's just the way of the industry, man. It really sucks. But when you really look at things, that's just the way it is. I will say this. All of you guys are looking for remasters and remakes. This is one reason why I made my video the other day where I feel like I just figured it out. And I knew this for some time now, but I figured it out. You need to get the games that you want and hold on to them. Get the games you want and hold on to them. There's no guarantee that any game that you want will be made at some point. It's just going to be that way. Like all these games, like I still got my God of War, 1, 2, HD. I got the Chains of Olympus. I got all the HD versions of that. Metal Gear Solid HD, Silent Hill. Yes, I do have the Silent Hill HD collection. And like all those HD collections, Eco, the old Shadow of the Colossus, the new Shadow of the Colossus. I have all of those. You get those and hold on to them because those are great games that basically stand the test of time. Yeah, it'd be great to have those on a PS5. It'd be great to have them on a PS6. It'd be awesome to have those. But we also have to understand that this industry is changing. This industry is in a effed up spot. It really is. Because look what happened with Horizon right now. Look at that Horizon game that they're coming out with right now. That tells you everything you need to know about where this industry is going. And it's not just a Sony thing. I mean, you look at Xbox and what they've done with what is it, Halo. Look what they're trying to do with the next Halo. Look what they're trying to do. Now, I will say, one thing I will say about Xbox that is a little bit more satisfying. They are leaning into more single-player games from their developers. Like, we're looking forward to the E-Day. We're looking forward to some of the other stuff they got. Even with the Forza Horizon game, that game is somewhat of a live service, but you could play that by yourself. Some of the games that they got, they are leaning into a little bit more of let those developers do what they want to an extent, because they still got live service, tendencies as well, but it's still no better. Overall, the industry is just jacked up. It is. Get the games you want, hold on to them, because this industry's not going to learn their lesson. BluePoint is just another example of they haven't learned a lesson. It's unfortunate that's the case, and it is what it is. So I look at it like this, man. It really sucks, but you got to hold on to what you got, man. Get these games, start a little collection of a few games that you like, so when stuff like this happens, you just be like, I'm not surprised, I mean, you can't be really surprised. It just sucks, man, but hey, what can you do? Well, I'm gonna go home, man. I'm gonna get me another workout in. I feel like I lost some more weight, man. I'm getting back to where I wanna be, man. Health is wealth, y'all. Get y'all health in order, man. I'm dead serious. Get your health in order. You know, get your mind right. It goes without saying, man. It helps you in the long run. And yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'll see y'all on the next video. Don't forget, like I said, man, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.